Well, temperatures this afternoon have bottomed out in those middle to upper teens. Thank you for tuning into your Monday evening weathercast. So temperatures at this moment 15 degrees in Onaway, 17 in Harrisville, 19 in Tawas. Those winds coming in out of the north between 5 to 10 miles per hour over the northern counties, a bit stronger towards the south, between 10 to 15, 15 in Oscoda, 6 in Rogers City, 9 in Alpena. That's what's driving in that cold air from the north towards the south, and we have really felt the changes in that mercury throughout the weekend. It's just been a slow descent. If you remember back on Saturday, we were in the 40s yesterday. We were right around 30 degrees, and now we're about half of that going into this afternoon. So it really notices that big change here. 14 degrees colder in Alpena and Oscoda than it was at this time yesterday. A bit more extreme when it comes to that drop in those temperatures over towards Flint at 19, Detroit as well, and not as bad of a change over into the UP, only 6 degrees colder in Marquette, 4 in Iron Mountain, but at least a good 25 degrees colder than it was at this time on Saturday where we are here throughout the Sunrise side. This morning we did have a couple of scattered snow showers, but now just mostly flurries falling throughout our viewing area, and also the fact that we are dealing with those gray skies is quite a different picture compared to what we had throughout the weekend. If you remember, we were surrounded by just beautiful skies and fair weather clouds, despite the fact that those readings were slowly falling, but quite the contrary now as we start off the weekend, unfortunately. Now, heaviest activity, though, that's actually downstate into parts of Detroit. There's actually winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings over towards the southeastern corner of the state, and even those snow showers extending into parts of Ohio and Indiana. So if you're traveling south, be mindful of that. But for us, though, just mostly some flurries, a couple of lake effect snow showers into parts of the UP, rain into Virginia, and the quietest weather is over towards Minnesota and Iowa, and that's associated because of high pressure. That same high pressure will be rolling its way through the Great Lakes tomorrow, and that bubble of no trouble, well, it's going to give us a bit more sunshine tomorrow, so we'll have partly cloudy skies, but it's going to be short-lived. We'll have those clouds rolling back in by tomorrow night. That's going to increase our chance of snow with a clipper disturbance as we go into Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning, where we could see accumulations between 1 to 3 inches. Also, a warm front is going to allow for those readings to moderate actually into those lower to mid-30s by Wednesday afternoon. So we may have a few hours of just temperatures above freezing, but it's going to be very limited as we introduce a cold front right after it, and it's going to swiftly knock those temperatures down into those teens for the remainder of the work week. So even though we're going to have a brief warm-up, it's just, like I said before, it's just going to be brief, and that's the fact, and that's the unfortunate reality of it. Winter is really planning to stick around as we now flip the calendar over from January into February, and that cold air is actually going to hover throughout the entire weekend as well. So a tale of 2 different weekends between this past one and the next one as well. So when it comes to those activities, make sure to plan accordingly. Now for tonight, though, temperatures dropping into those single digits, 5 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. For tomorrow, partly cloudy skies by the afternoon, sunset at 5:39 p.m., but those snow chances are on the rise, especially after midnight tomorrow night going into Wednesday morning. And then we continue that throughout the morning hours on Wednesday, tapering off by the afternoon. Temperatures climaxing at 37 degrees before descending down to 13 degrees for the high temperature on Friday.